Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all the products I have that I purchased through the KVD makeup company. But before we get started, please give me a like on this video, and if you like to keep following me, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Every week we're growing, so I really appreciate all the love that I'm receiving. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my hair as I usually do. I'll be using the Rave 4x Mega Hold, and usually I put my hair up from the sides. And to just go back and get you a little bit of information on the Kat Von D company. Well, it's no longer the Kat Von D. She sold the company to one of her longtime friends named Kendo back in January 2020. And they renamed the company KVD, Vegan Beauty. And so when you go look for any of these items, that's the website you will be going to go find any of her items. All right, let's continue with my hair. As you can see, I did do re-dyed my hair, and this time I went back to my old dye that I usually use. I have videos on that, and it worked really good. I'm going on week number 3, and it's still holding strong. So I'm basically just gonna put my sides up like I usually do. And don't mind my red spot on my face. That came from a hive. Usually I get hives when I stress about something. I don't know what it could have been, but usually I get hives from stressing, so they usually go away before the day's over. So that's what I had on my face. And I always tell myself I'm gonna cut my hair really short, but I just can't do it. I mean, I don't think I look okay with short hair, but maybe one day, we'll see. So we're gonna put a ponytail on the top of my head, and usually I've been for a while now, once I get the hairspray done in my hair, what I noticed that I like to do, because today I'm going for a wavy / curly kind of look with my makeup look. So I'm going to roll my hair into a nice big ball after I put all this nice oil, which really conditions my hair. And I'm gonna roll it into a big old ball and just hair tie it. And while I put my makeup on, it should be drying and curling and just kind of marinating back in there and doing its thing while I continue to do my makeup. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Just put it in a big old chongo is what I like to call it, a big old bun. Just tie up all my hair, and every time I tie it up like this, it kind of forms little waves and curls here and there. And just keep it tied in a hair elastic. Oh man, honestly, I think the worst part about putting my hair up like this is my scalp is pretty sensitive, so it kind of annoys me when I have to put it this tight, but anyways. Alrighty, so next we're gonna go on to prepping my face. I'm going to be using the Tatcha Silk Canvas for my primer. I've been having this primer for a really long time, almost 2 years I believe, and I'm not even making any impression on it. This stuff is expensive, but it's really, really good. Okay, I'm just gonna rub that in all the areas where my pores are really large, as I usually do. And for my foundation, I'm gonna use my favorite Pacifica Elite Clean Foundation in neutral medium. I love this stuff. As you can see, my hive is going down somewhat, but when I put this, I want my face to match my neck, and right now my face looks really light, so in a few minutes you'll see it'll match. I'm using the e.l.f. sponge. This is the e.l.f. multi-sided latex-free sponge. I put a little bit of water in it to moisten that up, and I just dab it all over my face. And I love the shape of it because it really does get into all my crevices, especially under my eyes. Okay, here I'm going to be using Kat Von D's brush collection with the Lock-It cream concealer. I'm going to be using her brush collection with this. Now, her brush collection was a limited edition for her 10-year anniversary, and it came with 5 brushes. And I'm gonna be using the concealer brush, which is brush number 40, and that's for concealer, applying concealer. Okay, now I'm moving on to setting the powder, and this is brush number 20. This one is to set your powder. I'll be using the brightening powder from Lock-It in the color Peach, also from KVD. I usually make a mess with powder. I don't know what it is, but I always make a mess. Alrighty, now we're going to move on to contouring, which we're going to be using brush number 2. And I already had some cream contour applied on, so we're going to use the brush. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the eyeshadow primer. We can use this as either color correcting or eyeshadow primer, and I choose to use it as my eyeshadow primer. It's going to be pretty neutral, the color, so I like it because it's creamy, but it's also very thick, so I know the eyeshadow is going to grab onto this really well. I'm going to rub it on really nice, and then I'm going to use my finger to spread it out. Okay, you guys, now my favorite part is this eyeshadow palette. It's called Edge of Reality. And look at that embossing, the design. Here's the color shadows, but the pattern on there is matching exactly to the perfumes that she has. I got this for Christmas like 2 years ago or so. One of this is called Saint, and the other one is called Sinner. And you can see all the embroidery in there. It's just gorgeous. You can't really see the white too well because of my camera and the light being so bright, but it's identical to the black one, and they're just so gorgeous, and they really do smell good. I rarely use the black one, but the white one is probably my favorite because it has a very soft floral smell to it, and I love soft things that smell sweet and floral. Whereas the black one is more bold, has a stronger smell, and very, I don't know, I can't really explain it. It's pretty strong, but it's not a bad smell. It's very nice. And to be honest with you, I like to combine them together. And these perfumes are 1.7 ounces. Okay, now let's have a look at this eyeshadow palette. As you can see, it has such a gorgeous embroidery on there. That's the outside box, which the inside box is identical to the outside. It has that gold foil on there with the embroidery on top of that. It's just, you can feel the way it's curved in there. This box, once you take out the eyeshadow, if you wanted to, is completely recyclable. It's made out of cardboard, but I'm not gonna recycle mine. I'm gonna keep it in the shape that it is. There's where it pops out if you wanted to. Okay, for my first color, it is called Code. I'm going to be using that as my transition color. And as you can see, sticking really nice. I'm going to use that all over my lid and just blend it in as I go. Keep applying until I like the color. It's a very gorgeous salmon pinkish looking color. The next color I'm going to be using is called Oculus. I'm going to wet my brush just to get you an idea of how it's going to look once it's nice and wet from the brush. I'm hoping it's going to look a little shiny, so we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to dab that into the Oculus eyeshadow, which is a nice gold color, and put it on my bottom lid. It's nice, very nice and shiny. I like it. Okay, looks good. Okay, now to deepen the crease, I'm going to use the color Simulate, which is this darker brown up here in the corner. That's going to go on the outer V of my eye. Okay, I'm also going to continue to carry that color under my lower lash line, the same color, Simulate. And on the middle of my eyelids, I'm going to use my finger, from the warmth of my finger, to apply that in the middle of my eyes. This color is called Green Screen, and just look at that. Gorgeous. It really brought up the color a couple of notches. Such a gorgeous color. Okay, and for my highlight, I'm going to take it back old school to this Alchemist holographic palette. I don't know if you remember this one. Has a gorgeous boxing also on this. It has 5 colors. You can't tell from here, they all look white actually, but they're really not. This is what they look like when they're, you know, under a different light. First color I'm going to use in my eye corner is the Sapphire, which is a blue tint, and you can kind of see it. It's not a lot, but this works best under darker eyeshadows, and then you go over it and it'll really brighten it up. And for my highlight, I'm going to be using the color Opal, and that has pink undertones to it. I don't know if you can see them on here that well.
Told me that it wasn't right. I knew at first that.
And for my lipsticks, I have 2 different ones from this gorgeous packaging, and they're called Studded Kiss Creme. This orangey looking one is called Halo, and I felt like it was a little too bright for this look, so I said no, I'm not gonna use that. And then I also have this other one. It's a gorgeous lavender color. It's called Coven. But as you can see, it doesn't go with my eyeshadow look today. So we're gonna try something a little more gothy, I guess. This one is a liquid lipstick and it's called Witches. Can you guess what color it's gonna be? You guessed it, black.
You make me strong. I'll carry on with the fires left in me. You lifted
Now this lipstick does dry to a matte look, and that would be gorgeous with the Alchemist palette. Okay, just gonna apply a little bit of mascara on my false lashes, and this should be almost a complete look. All I have left to do now is to put my hair down and adjust it. I have a lot of hair, so we're gonna go ahead and take that chongo down, and it should already have set some type of curls or waves or give my hair some kind of volume. And give me a minute to get this off, and here we go. All right, I think we got it off. So now we're gonna tease the hair a little bit.
You make me strong. I'll carry on with the fires left in me. You lifted me higher in my heartbeat, taking the fire out of me. You're taking me higher, 'cause you are the fire that's left in me.
And let's not forget our smelling good perfumes. We just love them both, so we're gonna put both of them on so we can smell good. Okay, my friends, this is my final look. I'm wearing a fluffy and feathery black sweater with my black lipstick and my new makeup. I hope you like it. Please don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for coming to watch the video with me. I hope you have a great day. I had a lot of fun. Thank you, and bye-bye.